I grew up in a small rural town. Being from such a small community always gave me a lot of curiosity of discovering the world. And that's probably why I've always pushed myself to understand what was out there. I consider myself a very international person. I've traveled to more than 55 countries. I've lived in 3 continents, America, Asia, and Europe. And that has really shaped who I am today and one of my core values, which is, just being international and discovering what is different from me. One of the key values of my upbringing has actually been determination, and that has been key in shaping my path in life, starting from investment banking, which was my first job, moving to then growth equity, and then landing finally in sustainability growth equity, really linking my prior experience in the investment world with my strong passion towards nature, conservation, and sustainability. And the final thing is even though I've discovered many countries, I'm very international, I've still kept the values of conducting a simple life, really rooted in family traditions and nature that my heritage and my upbringing transferred me. Firstly, my family. They've definitely gave me a lot of inputs that I've used throughout my life. My mom and dad have both challenged me many times, but also supported me in critical moments and decisions. And my brothers, for example, telling me to spend a year abroad in my high school. That was sort of the start of my international experiences. Professionally, I've been very lucky to find great mentors and leaders. For example, John Bernstein, who has been my manager actually for the last 9 years, have transferred me a great value of using diversity to really shape a better performing and happier culture. So first of all, I would say diversity is a broad concept, or it needs to be considered across a variety of spectrum. There is gender diversity, there is the race diversity, there is mindset diversity, and background diversity is also very important. I would say there are a couple of things that I think businesses should do to really enhance diversity. Firstly, leadership is extremely important. The leadership needs to embrace the value of creating a diverse culture as a key enabler of a happier and stronger performing culture. Therefore, education towards the leadership team is key in then cascading down the value throughout the organization. As a matter of fact, as an investor, a generation, we do look at diversity at the board, at management level, as a key indication of long-term success and long-term sustainable success of a business. And this is also one of the areas that we use as value add in the portfolio companies that we invest in. One of the key initiatives that we focused on is to provide recruiters with indication on, show me a more diverse candidates pool, show me, people with a different background, show me, people with a variety of nationality and gender. And it's very important that the candidate pool that you look at is diverse itself. So I would say, indication during recruitment is very important. And finally, I think another important thing is initiatives, grassroots initiatives. So for example, when I started in the investment and management space about 10 years ago, I would say gender diversity was a more stringent issue than that it is today. And myself and a number of other women in the industry organize a number of gatherings called sort of Women in Private Equity and Women in Venture Capital. They really were great sort of grassroots initiatives to make friends, to make important connections, and to effectively establish role models that you can then use to advance and to have inspiration of in the diversity space.